for some reason, there's always this competition among developers is who can have the biggest tower. I don't know where that comes from.
I think that's a very archaic view.
But it is a never-ending competition of who can have the highest tower. So this developer, which is the Empire Group in Scottsdale, really successful group, and they have Aspirant Development, which is their development arm. They're going to be building the tallest tower in Arizona. It's going to be taller than the Chase Tower, which is currently the tallest. And this is going to be downtown, Roosevelt, Van Buren, and 2nd Avenue. And I'm just going to, as we always like to look at, give a little review of the rendering. So if you're watching online right now on YouTube, you can see the renderings. This building's pretty cool, and I got to give them props for these renderings, because as I see this building, I feel like it's very futuristic. This looks like 300 years away. And there's going to be 2 towers. This is a huge development. It's going to be built in phases. But you have a really cool glass facade, and then in the middle, it kind of looks different with a little bit of wood within the glass. They're slanted. They're kind of sloped up. They do remind me of the towers that were built as part of a big project in New York when I was there and I saw them go up. That was built, Hudson Yards development. Kind of looks like that. But as we look at the different angles, if you look at the street view here, this really takes Phoenix to a different level. And, Phoenix is growing up. And if you look at this and you see as this comes online and you look down the road in 10 or 15 years, this is what Phoenix is going to start to look like. It's the core continues to thrive, and this is where this building's going, right downtown, and will continue to be the kind of the footprint of the city, the most desirable place for all the activities that go on. And now this, huge tower, this is going to be built in 2 phases, 690 apartments, 250-room hotel, 36,000 square feet of commercial space, 185,000 square feet of office space, 1,200 parking spaces on 2 acres. So a lot of people build one house on 2 acres where I'm from in Idaho. And so they're doing a lot with these 2 acres.
I hope developers get competitive. To your point, this is a catalyst. This is the start of what could be something amazing in 10 to 15 years. But I want to see more developers coming here and just having a architecture build off. Let's see how many cool buildings we can get here and how high we can go.
Yeah, I agree. For so long, Arizona has been, let's just build as fast as possible. Yeah. And cookie cutter and browns and just go, 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 go. I'm the same as you. I'm happy to see just some cool architecture. We need to keep pushing that so that the city doesn't just go for quantity. Instead, we get some quality buildings around us.
Well, and on the 2nd tower that's included in this, one thing I found really interesting is they're going to do 290 urban suites. So it's a new term for co-living spaces where several residents share common spaces like kitchen and living room, but have their own rooms. I haven't really seen this design. It's
kind of like student housing.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're bringing back the dorms. Yeah. So I don't really think I'm dorming with other adults. That's kind of weird to me, but I'm sure there's going to be a market of people who want to do this.
Well, that's totally driven by affordability. If you're single and you're in your 20s, 30s, now if you're an 80, now if you're a 60-year-old guy and you're co-living, that's probably going to be a little interesting. But
this is like a sitcom waiting to happen.
Oh,
Friends,
yeah.
New Girl.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. You do it as a student.
Right.
And then you kind of go get your own space. And then when you get old, you do it again in the nursing homes. And it's cool because now you're connected with all your homies again when you're old. But there's that 40, 50 years there where you're supposed to go do your own thing, but they're trying to bring it back.
Maybe they split the clusters by age range, just put a lot of people in the same age range together. Yeah.
I have a friend that lives in one of these types of co-living spaces now and likes it, moved to Phoenix, didn't know anybody, kind of was able to have an instant group of friends. Yeah. And they have yoga. They have some co-work spaces on site. So it's definitely a community, and I love seeing those types of projects come in because for a place like Phoenix, it's always kind of been a place for families, a place where everyone's pushed to go buy a house, move out to the suburbs. Having some of these more urban things really adds to our overall community.